When we're looking at the emerging economies, the economies that are actually becoming the powers of the region, their agricultural systems are still catching up. What do you see as some of the most significant trends in agriculture and food production in those regions?
If you look at agriculture as an industry, it's one of the least digitalized industries. What we are seeing, these new technologies being developed, and yet the adoption rate is not that high because people don't know if they're going to improve their margins by using these technologies, as well as the fact when it's a new industry or technology, upfront cost would be reasonably high. So some people say, why aren't you doing something for the small farmer? I would love to see things being done for a small farmer. It's just the economy of scale is not there yet. What is amazing, what I call the high-tech, low-tech. An example was in refugee camps in the Middle East. In order to feed their goats, they needed fresh grass. So they came up with these simple containers and flats, and they grew barley in them. Very simple, low-tech, and so they're feeding their goats, and everybody has now milk and cheese and yogurt and eventually meat someday. If you only improve their efficiency and productivity 10-20%, you have improved their financial situation. It doesn't have to be a lot of money up front. You just have to have a cadre of people who are committed to this.
Asia is, of course, has growing wealth. It has very strong agricultural sector as well. Do you know anything about Asia? Are you seeing these kinds of trends emerging as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, emerging markets, especially Asia Pacific, are in a very unique situation because the middle class is expanding at a rapid pace because of the wealth creation, and the middle class demands protein. So these emerging markets, they have to focus on generating proteins without damaging the environment the way we have always managed to do agriculture. So the difference I see between US and Asia perhaps is the amount and the pace of entrepreneurships and the funding that comes from the private sector. Asia is catching up.
We often talk about how Australia is small in population but fortunate to be developed and supposedly smart. Could we do more in the region? What have you learnt in the last 10 days?
As you said, Australia is very fortunate. You have everything going for you. There's no excuse not to be at the forefront. And you are in the forefront in many areas. The one glaring deficiency that I see in Australia is lack of risk capital. Venture capital money is very low. Talent is everywhere. Australian entrepreneurs, as I have seen them and worked with them, are just as talented as anybody else I have seen. They need more support. I would like to see private money, risk capital come in to boost the entrepreneurship ecosystem and make it fit for Australia. It's not fit for Australia right now. You're better than that.